The new investor series continues. We bring you Hugo to the show. How you doing, Hugo?
Wonderful, Michael. How are you?
I'm doing very well, man. I got to admit, you got this great radio voice going on. It's pretty awesome.
Thank you. That's why I started a podcast. I appreciate you bringing me on. Happy New Year. I'm
Happy
excited
New
to
Year.
be here.
Well, Hugo, tell us your story. Introduce yourself to my audience. Who is Hugo? What do you do in real estate? And we'll go from there.
Hey, my name is Hugo Alonso. You can find me at Stay Winning Pod on all social media. When it comes to real estate investing, two strategies mostly that I'm working on right now. One is long-term rentals, and the second one is fix and flip. So the one I'm working on right now is currently estimated to hit the market around March. So keeping an eye on the rates and see how that goes.
There you
And
go.
hopefully I can do at least two flips this year.
Very, very cool. Well, tell us about the deal you got. So it sounds like you bought something probably into the year. Seems like you're in the remodel process, as if I understand the kind of process. Where are you at this one?
Yeah, so we closed around Thanksgiving.
Ooh, I like that.
And I'm
Okay.
actually going to go see it for the first time after that
Yeah.
later on today.
Okay.
So the opportunity I've been really blessed with that opportunity. The opportunity to do this flip, a lot of times that this type of investment is only open to accredited investors.
Hmm.
Um, but thanks to my networking and the time in real estate and the people I've met and the friendships I've made, this opportunity has been presented to me where I can invest like an accredited investor and
Okay.
just sit back. So yeah, it is a fix and flip, but it's pretty passive for me. I just pretty
So
much
let
send
me
the
so
wire.
so let
Go
me
ahead.
understand if I got this. So somebody in your network, somebody you trust, found a deal. They came to you, Hugo, and said, "Hey, I need, I don't know, 50 grand. I'm just making up a number."
Yeah,
You had the money.
correct.
You put it in. So I'm curious, are you the debt? Are you the equity? Both? What kind of arrangement did you make?
So I am the down payment to close the deal.
Okay, so you're the
Um,
equity. Okay.
correct. And then we're one third partner once it sells.
Okay. All right. So again, we'll just base structure here. Somebody found a deal under market. You came in as the equity. Again, I'll just use 50 grand as the number. They then probably got a hard money loan
Correct.
for the rest.
Yes,
Then who's funding the repairs? Is that in the hard money loan?
correct.
Okay.
It's in the hard money loan, and they have all the team put together and people that they trust.
Okay.
There's no need to change the lock and to
Yeah.
confirm if
Yeah.
they went.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
actually do show up. So
Okay. So again, so you're in for the equity. They're doing the work at at point of sale in March. You know, purchase price, hard money lender, closing costs, blah 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 blah. At the bottom of that will be some profit number, of
correct.
which you will get a third of that.
Yes, that is
All right.
accurate.
All right. And then I'm guessing you'll get your 50K back. Again, that's just my example. You'll get your down payment and then a third of the profit.
Correct. So be my original investment returned
Right. Plus
plus
the third.
33% of
Okay.
net proceeds.
All right. Is this the first time you've done one of these, or you've done them before?
The first one I did it last year.
Okay.
That closed around August, September. Um, and that one I actually just
Same
asked for
team?
same team. That one wasn't a one third split. That one I was like, give me 25K back. So I it worked out for me because they ended up walking away with like 17, 18, and then I'm working out with 25.
Okay.
So this will be the second one I do. Same team,
Okay.
um, similar area,
Mhm.
but this time it will be a one third split evenly.
All right. And then how long did the first deal, how long was the time from when you closed, i.e., put your equity up, to when you got your equity plus 25K? Was that like 6 months?
No, it was 5 months actually.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, so I hear that's really good for
Yes.
flips
Five.
and
Yeah.
flips.
For a flip. Yeah. 5 months is pretty good.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
so we got very blessed with that. There was a lot of foot traffic at the open house. I was surprised that only three offers came in.
Mm.
Of
Only
course,
need one.
only need one, and luckily that came in 10K over asking.
Yeah.
So we still saw a little bit of the bid wars going on.
Okay.
Um,
And
and
what part of the
luckily,
country are you in? I'm sorry. I forgot to ask.
Southern California.
Oh, you're in
So
SoCal. Okay. All right.
yes, so my long-term rental is in the northern part of Orange County,
Mm.
and my fix and flips are on all over LA County as far as my
Wow.
markets go.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. All right. So again, for you, it sounds like you're using fix and flip to produce chunks of money, and then you take those
Yes.
chunks of money and you stick them in long-term buy and hold. Is that kind of your play?
Yeah. So I do have a one long term now, which
Okay.
I guess that's how you came across.
Yeah.
me on social media. And then I have a primary property. So the first one became a rental. But
Ah,
yeah, the goal for this year is take some of the proceeds from those flips and invest into some cash flowing assets in some of the cheaper states.
yeah, yeah. All right. Well, let's talk about the one you have today. Is that where is that in Orange County?
Yeah, so it's in Garden Grove, California, probably
Okay.
like 4 miles west of Disneyland, for those that
Okay.
aren't familiar with the area. Um, and that's currently where it's at.
Nice. Now, was that an owner occupied house that you then moved out of, became the rental, or
Yeah, so it was an owner occupied home, and then I moved out and it became a rental.
yeah. Were you able to take advantage of those crazy low interest rates in
Yeah, I believe.
2021?
Yes, so I got this in 2013. I believe that was at 3.75%, if I'm not
Oh, not bad.
mistaken.
That's not
And I
bad.
was able to refinance at 3.1% in 2021.
Nice.
Unfortunately, I missed out the 2% range. My credit score was 699.
Ah,
And one more point could have gotten me a rating of
sub three.
twos.
Ah,
Yeah,
wow.
sub three,
Wow.
correct.
There you go. Well, still, dude, that's like 3.1 is no joke. I'm hoping you have 30-year fixed.
I do have a 30-year fix on my both properties right now.
Yeah,
Yes.
smart man, smart man. So, sounds like the plans to go out of state. Where do you already have something in mind? You building a team? What's going on there?
Yeah, so going back to the networking portion of it, I do have boots on grounds in Toledo, Ohio,
Okay.
Pittsburgh, maybe Athens, Georgia, and somewhere in Greene County, Missouri. So
Mhm.
just playing with those ideas, toying with those, the numbers are
Okay.
the margins are pretty equal all over those
Okay.
markets.
All right.
So it just depends if I want to go multifamily or single family. Um,
Any
and
thoughts? Any thoughts on when you say multifamily, you're talking like duplexes and quads?
yeah, duplexes,
Oh,
triplexes,
quads.
and
Okay.
quads, correct.
All right. So what are you
So
thinking?
I'm thinking of getting very creative. So now I like how Fannie Mae doesn't require the 25%.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
If you do primary owner occupied, so I'm allowed to work from home on my
Ah,
nine to
ha,
five.
ha.
So I'm
There
like,
we go.
well, I want to keep most of my proceeds liquid.
Sure. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So if I could work out on paper uh, as a primary on a duplex, for example, in Ohio,
Yeah.
I'm willing to change my ID for a year if that's what it takes.
Hmm.
It's all these sacrifices that I want to do and play, and now that
Yeah.
there's no kids in the picture, so I'm more flexible that way and
Yep.
get all that taken care of before the kids come.
Yeah, I think I've talked to a lot of these new lot. So this new investor series, which you're a part of, a lot of folks have done the whole buy a primary, live in it for a little while, move kind of scenario. And you're right, Fannie Mae, if you guys don't know what he's referring to, just lowered the down payment requirements for multis for tris and fourplexes to 5%. No longer have the sustainability rule, I think they called it. Um, it's going to really make triplexes and quads be considered a lot more often out there.
Yes, I think so. So now some of these markets that are more known for cash flow, I believe they maybe see a little wiggle room and appreciation now as well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a
So
supply
let's hope so.
demand problem, right? You increase demand
Exactly.
and supply stays constant.
Yes.
What happens? What happens?
Exactly.
Exactly. So, what is it? What do you recommend folks do? Sounds like you're doing lots of things. You're an investor. Your equity in deals via relationships. You've got a long-term buy and hold which you moved to, and you're now looking out of state. What are some recommendations you have for people that are, it's the beginning of the year, they're excited, but they don't know what to do first? What do you tell them?
As far as a great starting point will be to check your finances. First,
Mm,
check your credit score. Your credit score will determine the type of programs that you're eligible for. Sometimes you can be eligible for grants based on where you're located,
nice.
and you want to take advantage of those. That way, you have the less money out of your own pocket coming into your property.
Yeah.
Um, I asked myself that question, or I asked other people that question when I was starting, and a lot of them said, or a lot of them recommended to start off as a primary property first.
Mhm.
Um, and that's what I did. But that's because back then you needed that 20%.
Yeah.
If I was looking at. So the rules have changed a little bit. So I do recommend people take advantage of that. Don't
Mhm.
think that what I'm seeing now across the board is a lot of people feel that they're not ready. So the
Mm.
message I want to get across is you're actually closer than what you think. Once people start
Yeah.
sharing with me their income, their employment, what they're looking
Right.
at, I'm like, you're actually really closer than you think.
Yeah,
So
you're farther along than I was when I started. Yeah, I get
yeah,
that a
so
lot.
take that first step. There's great people that, they can reach out to me or you. I know, a lot of great people where, hey, take a look at this area and see if you can help them out. So that would be
I
first, get your finances in order,
yeah,
check your credit score.
I love. I just want people to realize it's possible,
Yes.
right? Getting on the property ladder somehow, some way, grants, low down, seller financing, whatever it happens, 203K loans. I mean, people don't realize. Meet freaking Kevin.
Yeah.
Meet Kevin. Started buying property with a 203K loan.
Nice.
Had 7 grand saved from Jamba Juice.
Awesome.
If that kid can do it, I mean, come on. Obviously, he's gone on to do much bigger things since. But I mean, you got to remember where people start. Graham Stephan, right? 4.6 million subs, whatever he's got. He got started by leasing stuff because you couldn't sell anything in the Great Recession. Your people's mindset is so, I don't know if I want to say broken or maybe distorted by
Distorted.
all the negative, like social media for all its good things. I think one thing it does bad is it makes the doomers noisy. I actually think, and tell me if I'm wrong, Hugo, I think there's a lot less doomers, but they're just loud. So it seems like there's this army of them.
Correct. Fear sells. A lot of times people just keep selling that fear because it performs well in the algorithm across
Yeah.
all platforms, especially to begin the year.
Yeah, no joke, huh? Crazy.
But I'm glad you bring up those examples. I hope people do remember or at least know where other people come from as far as like where they started. So
Yeah.
for example, me, it was only about, I had saved a 3K. I took out about 2K from my 401k.
Wow.
And then the rest was seller credit towards
Yeah.
closing costs.
I love it.
So it was about 12 to 15K total, but only 5K of that came from me.
Yeah. 3 grand from your checking
Um,
account and 2 grand
Yeah.
from 401k.
And the rest was from
Seller credit.
the
Yeah.
seller credit. Yes. And that's how we got to the 15K-ish number. I don't remember exactly. And that's how I started. So it's very, very possible.
Yeah.
And then that's what I mean, where people are probably closer than what they think. It's just taking that first step.
I love that. You put out a lot of amazing stuff. I follow you on Twitter/X. Where should we send people they want to check you out?
I appreciate the support. So I'm trying to get to your level, Michael. I just got access to a studio now and I can start hosting people live in person. So I'm really looking forward to that. So people can find me on X, Instagram, and YouTube at State Winning Pod. Those are my 3 main social media platforms that I focus on.
Awesome. Stay Winning Pod, folks. Give them a listen. Take a look. I appreciate you, Hugo. Thank you for doing this on a Sunday.
Thank you so much, Michael. Appreciate you
All right.
having me and take care. Good luck.
Awesome. Thank you.